Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well out there. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to the Daily Astro Show here on the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Today, I'm going to be starting the daily astrology horoscope for Thursday, May 16th. And I have something very interesting to share with you guys in the astrology that I just discovered, and my mind is absolutely blown. So I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. Before we get into it, just want to say, as always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as the Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels. And I do offer personal astrology consultations that are available at consultations.beyondmystic.net. The link is in the description box of this video. I don't know why I'm having a hard time getting my words out. Maybe it's because I just got completely mind blown by something astrologically that I'm going to share with you guys. So bear with me here. I'm a little bit excited. So yeah, my astrology consultations are available at the link in the description below. We've got discount code, as always, which is all in one word, Beyond Mystic, that you can use to get 10% off your next reading with me if you'd like more of a personal reading. So how's everybody doing out there? Lots of very interesting energies. Okay, so very interesting. I'm filming this Daily Astro Thursday, May 16th. We are in the most positive astrological month overall for the collective, one of the luckiest weeks, okay? But I have to acknowledge that, of course, somebody in our freedom-loving, freedom-fighting community had a major tragedy yesterday, okay? So I'm sure many of you guys have heard that the Prime Minister of Slovakia, Robert Fico, got shot yesterday 5 times in an assassination attempt, okay? So I invite you guys, if it resonates, to send prayers to Robert Fico, because this is somebody that is in a position of power, that is a prime minister of a country that has actually been standing up for our freedoms. And he has been speaking out publicly about the New World Order, the pandemic treaty. He says Slovakia will not do the pandemic treaty. He is against forced you-know-whats. I have to be careful because we're here on YouTube and Rumble. He's a freedom lover, okay? And yesterday he got shot 5 times. So, I'm not just going to sit here and say, oh, it's the most positive week astrologically for everybody, okay? Because I did say at the beginning of this month that we all have our individual personal transits. So for most of us, it's going to feel like a lot lighter of an energy. There are some really positive aspects, as I've been talking about all month, but we all have at the same time our individual astrological transits, okay? So I was interested to look at what is Robert Fico's current transits that we've got going on, that he's got going on. And my mind is absolutely blown at the moment, because it literally shows in his chart exactly what happened yesterday. And I think the good news is that this assassination attempt did occur in the most positive astrological week of the year for the collective. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that he is still alive right now. So Robert Fico is still alive. He's no longer, and I mean, I'm not there. I don't freaking know, but I'm a Canadian in Canada right now, just looking at the news about it. And supposedly he is out of the critical life-threatening condition. His surgery went really well, and he's still in serious condition, but it's looking like he's going to survive. Which, if you think about that for a second, you guys, he just got shot 5 times, and he just survived that. Okay, so that's, I don't know about you, but I think that that is an absolute miracle. And I feel like the collective transits are holding space, the positive ones, for Robert Fico to actually survive this. So let's take a look at his chart, Okay. So why my mind is absolutely blown is because the astrology never ceases to amaze me. Okay. So we don't know Robert Fico's exact time of birth, but I have rectified the chart to, I do believe that he is a Scorpio rising. Okay. And that's one of the ways, you guys, if we don't have somebody's exact time of birth, we can figure it out by the rising. Okay. So if we don't have somebody's exact time of birth, we just look at them. Okay. So I don't know Robert Fico personally, so I can't ask him some of the other questions that would let me know what his rising sign is. Like, Robert, what do you first do when you wake up in the morning? What's the feedback that you hear from other people, how they feel around you? So we can look at him and see what we feel. So when I look at Robert Fico, I mean, he's got very, very intense eyes, right? He's got very, very, like I just, I just messaged my best friend Sunny and laughed and said, that dude has been through some shit. If the eyes are the windows of the soul, those are some very scorpionic, intense eyes right there. So that, as an astrologer, lets me know he's probably a Scorpio rising. He's got very intense eyes. He's got a very intense, strong, penetrating look to him. So I pulled up the chart for if he is a Scorpio rising, which would actually make sense if he is a Scorpio rising, because that means he would have a stellium in his 10th house. 10th house is all about being a politician, being in the public life, being publicly seen, being in the highest levels of leadership, right? So I think this is about, I don't have the exact degrees or exact time, but probably about the correct chart. And even without the time, we've got all the degrees of the planets, no matter what, we've got all his aspects. So why my mind is blown is because Robert Fico is a 22-degree Virgo sun. And in Nikola Stojanovic's degree theory, the 22 degrees is known as the to kill or be killed degree. Okay, it is known as an assassination degree. And a lot of people who have their sun at 22 degrees or major placements at 22 degrees, not everybody, don't want to freak you guys out, but a lot of them will go through, you know, an assassination attempt or somebody trying to kill them, or they may be in a situation where they might have to kill someone for their own protection. So Robert Fico has that 22 degrees on his sun, to kill or be killed. And in terms of the current transits, Saturn, a malefic planet, is currently at 17 degrees of Pisces. Virgo is the opposite sign of Pisces. So he's currently got Saturn conjunct his Chiron, okay, which is a very sensitive point in the chart. Saturn is conjunct his Chiron and opposite his sun, orb about 4 or 5 degrees. So he's got Saturn opposing his sun, which only happens every 28 years. Saturn is a malefic. So that's heavy. And the thing that tripped me out the most, you guys, he's got that assassination degree on his sun and his Jupiter. He's in his exact Jupiter return right now. In the current astrology, Jupiter is at 27 degrees of Taurus. I believe, yeah, Jupiter was at 27 degrees yesterday when this happened, but he's having his, oops, what's going on? Jupiter return, because Jupiter is right at 26, 27 degrees Taurus, which is typically a positive astrological transit. But what do you guys notice is conjunct his Jupiter? Any of my astrology friends, students, family out there, can you see what is conjunct Robert Fico's Jupiter? Type it in the chat if you see it. I'm highlighting it with my mouse here. Let me know. Vermaris, yes, all of you guys, yes, all my astrology family, sisters and brothers, you are all in there. Very good job. Yes. Robert Fico has Algol almost exactly conjunct his Jupiter. Okay. Which again, Jupiter is typically a benefic positive planet, but Jupiter expands whatever he's touching. So Jupiter conjunct Algol, the demon star, for those of you who don't know, the fixed star, which represents the darkest parts of life. accidents, assassination, dark people. If this is the correct about time of birth where he is a Scorpio rising, then he would have Jupiter conjunct Algol in the 7th house of open enemies. Okay, so the 7th house represents other people in our life, committed relationships. 7th house is open enemies. 12th house is hidden enemies. So likely that astrologically, he's got some people around him that he knows are not good. He knows cannot be trusted. And likely they were a part of this assassination in some sort of way. And Robert Fico knows that. So I think that whoever did this to him, they're not going to be able to just get away with it. They're going to be exposed in a very public way. But yeah, so this is a chart. And of course, Scorpio rising makes sense too, not just because he looks like he's got those Scorpio intense eyes, but what are Scorpio risings all about? Exposing the darkness, exposing the bullshit. And he is doing that. He is speaking out publicly. If you guys haven't seen videos of him talking and exposing the pandemic treaty and the you-know-whats and the New World Order, you can look that up on Twitter or Rumble. It's all over the place. So he's a very vocal freedom lover. So yeah, Robert Fico, he's got a challenging chart. He's got a powerful chart. Scorpio rising, moon in Capricorn, he's not easy to kill. Okay. And at 8 degrees is a Scorpio degree. He's one tough dude, okay, that's going through some harsh astrological transits, and he is standing up for freedom. So I just invite us, you guys, to send Robert, Prime Minister of Slovakia, positive energies, prayers, because he is doing a really good job. And I think that the dark arts people, they chose a very bad week to try to do this to him, because even though he is having harsh transits, it's very positive astrology in the collective, where the dark side of life does not have a powerful position. So yeah, I invite us to send some positive prayers to Robert Fico and his family and his associates. And I'm very grateful for all of the truth that he is spreading and the space that he is holding. And it's not easy for someone in his position, with so many sharks, with so many evil bad guys in politics, to be standing up the way that he is. So thank you, Robert Fico. And we're sending lots of positive energy your way. And someone in the chat earlier, who was it in the chat? I'm going to try to find your comment here. Somebody said Uranus, something like Uranus. Yeah, Jenny. Hi, Jenny Hollingsworth said, shocks and surprises. Hello, Uranus. So yeah, even though it's a very positive week overall, with Sun conjunct Jupiter, with a huge stellium of planets in Taurus, Uranus Cazimi we just had. Uranus is about shocks and surprising things. Also, we've got, we're getting closer and closer this week. I'll just share the chart again, to having exact North Node conjunct Mars, right? So this is where the North Node is our collective higher purpose, what we should be focusing on. So the Aries ruled areas of life from now until the beginning of 2025 with that North Node in Aries, but it's being strengthened with Mars, the ruler of Aries, conjunct. And of course, the dark side of Aries is physical violence, right? So people getting hurt, physical violence, leaders, politicians, business people. So I'm not calling that in for anybody. But yeah, it didn't really surprise me when I heard about Robert Fico, knowing that we have that North Node Mars conjunction, which for us in our personal lives is opportunities for us to step greater into our empowerment and be in our boundaries, but can show up as maybe seeing some intense physical violence or conflict with people in leadership positions. So yeah, sending Robert lots of love. And for each of us personally, it's a very good week to stay in that light and love, to stay in those positive intentions. And we know that the dark side of life is in a weak position. They are losing their power as we enter this light age. So they're doing things out of desperation, right? Hermiller says, pray for the world's freedom fighters. Yes. Aho to that, definitely. Linda Christie says, hello, everyone. Looking forward to the Moon Aspects Friday in the class. Tomorrow I'm going to be hosting Astrology Level 2 on the Beyond Mystic Academy, and we're going to do our Moon Aspects class. So if you'd like to join us, we're doing a live class every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern that you can join live or watch the replay, learning about astrological aspects, advanced chart interpretation. So you can check that out over at beyondmystic.academy. And I also want to mention, you guys, that May Levy is going to be doing this Manifest Abundance Instantly live activation on May 18th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Link is in the description box of this video. This is a part 2. She's already done a part 1 that you can check out as well. And also today, May 16th at 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm very happy to be joining Jean-Claude and Janine for the Beyond the News public Rumble edition. So come join us on Rumble at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm very excited to join JC and Janine. And yeah, hope you guys have an absolutely magical, magical day out there. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels. And my personal consultations are available at the link below as well. So love you guys so much, and see you at 4 p.m. on Beyond the News. Bye.